Hi Lyric Services, Trisha Warner here with your weekly Pilates workout. I am in a different space today because my studio is very dark, and I thought this turf we put in our basement for my son who plays soccer would be a little bit more bright and cheerful. So let's get started. We're going to use some sliders today. So if you're on a carpet, this is like a artificial grass thing, so things slide on this like carpet. But if you're on carpet, you're gonna either want some plastic plates like this, picnic plates, or these furniture sliders, so that we're gonna use them to kind of create a less friction to do some gliding exercises on the surface that you're on. Paper plates also work pretty well on carpet. So if you're on hardwood, you could try any of these options, but you can also put socks on your feet on the hardwood floor because we're gonna do some sliding with the feet, or you can slide those socks on your hands to do the quadruped things. Like, for example, if this was a hardwood floor, I could just put the sock on my hand and I can do all the sliding that we're gonna do on all fours with the socks on my hands. So something under your hands and feet to slide. And although the furniture sliders that have the felt, those work good on hardwood floors too. So pause this, go grab what you need and meet me back. We are going to start in on our backs. So we're gonna start on our backs, grab whatever slider prop you have, and you're gonna put one under each foot. So I'm gonna put my feet right on top of my sliders here. Furniture sliders, when those were invented, got, started becoming very popular for certain exercises. We use them a lot in our therapy clinic, and they're really an inexpensive item to get, and a lot of people just have them. I happen to have them. So relaxing down on your back, feet are up on the plate. Let's just start with a little bit of rocking in the pelvis. So you're gonna exhale as you bring your low back to the mat. Inhale as you rock your pelvis forward, creating that space in your low back. And let's just warm up a little. Exhaling as you press, inhaling as you arch, and just loosening up that low back after prolonged sitting. It's always a good place to start. Always a reminder not to do anything that doesn't feel good in your body. Listen to your body. If it's telling you not to go there, don't go there. Pilates should feel good. All right, now we're going to just alternate straightening one leg at a time. So bend, straighten one out, keep the other one bent, and then alternate. I need to move my other props here. So straightening out, bending it in. Out, and in, and out, and in. Just opening up those hip flexors a little bit. Little warm up. Good, pause here. We're gonna do circles now. So you can make them as big or as small as you'd like. Gotta move my paper plates. And circle it around. 2, so trying to keep the rest of your body still. 4, 5, switch and go the other way. 1, 2, 3. Your knee doesn't move in this direction, but your hip will compensate. 5, good. Switch and do the other leg. Circle it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turf is working pretty good. Circle the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully you found something that's sliding pretty well too. So now we're gonna add a little chest lift to this. So you're gonna extend one leg out, and you can kind of play with your position of the foot on the plate. As you exhale, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders and draw the plate in towards your rear end. Inhale to return. Exhale, lift 2, and down, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, then we got the other leg, 10. Good, let's switch. And stretch it out. 1. And if you can't find anything to slide, you can just kind of hover your leg over the floor. 5, ooh, I switched it. Bend and lift. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Bring your head down. Very good. And if you wanted to make that one a little bit challenging, you could always do another set, lifting the opposite leg in tabletop, holding this position as we move into it. Let's do 5 of each. You could do it here, or the really advanced version is holding the leg here. So let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch the other leg. Tabletop or diagonal, your call. Straighten it out. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, lift 1, 2, 3, 4. Should we get a little belly burn now? 5. Great. Bend both knees. And let's actually switch the paper plates to our hands now. You're gonna go palms up with your hands on the sliders. And you're gonna slide your arms away from your body. They may not go all the way up, but kind of like doing a snow angel, and then all the way down. Let's straighten the legs out for this today. So after sitting with these veins and lymphatic vessels getting cramped all day, let's open them up for our snow angels. Stretch it out, open, and 3, and 4, and last one, 5. Very good. Come all the way back down. Relax your shoulders. Bend one knee into your chest. Grab it with both hands. Pull it in nice and tight for a little hip flexion stretch. Pull that in as close as you can. Now you're going to take the same hand as that knee and bring the leg out to the side. So we're opening up that hip. Keep the opposite hip on the floor, really grounded on the opposite hip. We're just pulling the leg out to the side for a nice gentle stretch in the groin and hip. Bring it back and grab your opposite hand across the knee. Pull it across your chest, but don't lift this hip up. It's not the rotation one. It's just the leg. So you're just drawing the leg around. I'm looking for something like in here. Little stretch in there, maybe in the back of the glute. Great, put that leg down, switch and do the other one. Drag it into your chest, pull it in with both hands. If you're laying on your mat and the mat gets in the way of the sliders, you could always fold the mat in half, either way, lengthwise, horizontal, to try to get it out of the way of the sliders. I don't need sliders because I'm on this soft surf, on mat. And now pull it out to the side with the same arm. Draw it out and pull it up toward your knee, towards your armpit. You may not have this flexibility, that's fine. I'm just showing you the direction you want to go in. And bring your knee back up, grab it with your opposite hand and draw it across your chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the hip. Excellent. We're going to turn over onto our sides. And you can position your arm under your head or a pillow, that's fine. We're going to move into some oblique work here. So grab the plate under your feet. You're going to lift your knees a little bit off the ground. Put your top hand on your waist. As you exhale, you're drawing your knees up to your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to keep your back still. Put your hand back there if you need to. We're not really tucking the whole pelvis. We're not going into like a cannonball. Just 8 of those is fine. Stretch your legs out. Push the paper plate out of the way. Both legs straight and strong. We're lifting them both up off the floor. If you bring your hand here, it's going to be more challenging. Here you'll have a little more support. Let's lift them both off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and last one, hold it. Now just the bottom leg, lowers and lifts. 1, 2, 3. We're getting some inner thigh. 5, 6, and just the static work here. 8, 9, and 10. Lower it down. We're going to bend both knees in. So you're kind of in that tabletop position on your side. 90 at the hips, 90 at the knees. Lift the top leg off the bottom, lower it back down. Now draw those abs in, lift your waist away from the floor, lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Straighten your legs all the way out. You're going to grab the paper plate again with your arm. Keeping your legs straight and strong, you're going to lift your arm up overhead like you're making a rainbow, and then bring it back. And again, drag it up overhead, just as far as you can go without rotating your whole body. And bring it back down, and last one. And just to here. Bend your knees so you have like kind of a broader base of support here, because we're gonna take this a little further. You're gonna open your arm up as much as you can. When you get up as high as you can to your ear, you're gonna rotate your chest up to the ceiling. Now you have a little bit more flexibility. If you can't slide the plate on the ground, that's okay. Just hover your arm over the ground, finish the circle. If the range of motion is there, go ahead and draw a circle, sliding that plate around your whole body. Oop, I bumped into my other plate. And then from here, we're gonna pick the plate up and bring it back in front. All right, so from the beginning, go ahead and draw it up to your ear, rotate your chest, open your arm. So now actually my palm is up towards the ceiling as I circle the arm all the way around, lift the plate up, come back, one more, circle it up, rotate through your spine, draw your shoulder blade towards the floor as you open your arm out to the side. I'm hoping you have this flexibility now. We've been working on book openings for a while. And then bring it here. Nice job. Just a quick little side plank activity here. Bend the bottom knee, elbow is underneath your shoulder. We're gonna lift our hip up off the floor if this is available to you. If it's not, think about what muscles you would use to do this. So think about pressing your elbow into the floor and how you would put the weight in your foot and your bottom knee, and what would work? It would be here, right? That's what I want you to work on. But if you can do this, the modified side plank, lift it up. 2, if you want the more advanced version, it's here. 3, 4, and 5. Great. Come around to the other side, same thing. So we're going to start with the legs stacked and strong. And we're gonna lift both legs up off the ground. So draw your abs in, lift your waist away from the floor. Lift both legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure your head's relaxed, your neck isn't having any tension. 2 more. And hold it up, just the bottom leg moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend both legs in. We're coming into that 90-90. And you're lifting the top leg off the bottom. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come all the way down. Straighten those legs again. Grabbing the plate with your top hand. Draw a circle up overhead, just as far as you can go without rotating your body, and then bring it back. And again, circle it up. And come down. 3. And come down. Now bend your knees, get a little broader base of support. Still with the plate, you're gonna circle up overhead. When you get up as high as you can, you're gonna start to rotate your chest to the ceiling. As you do that, your hand rotates too. Now my palm is up, I'm drawing a circle all the way down around my body. Jump my body with the plate and back to the beginning. Here we go. All the way up and circle it around. If it gets stuck, just wait for it. And last one here. kind of like it downstairs here. I hear all the hustle and bustle upstairs and nobody knows where I am. And then coming back to your side. Yes, we did everything there. Flip over onto your stomach. Take your sliders with you. We're going to be out with your arms overhead here. Make myself a little more room. Now, you're going to draw your shoulder blades down your back. Actually, before you even do that, draw your belly button away from the floor just a teeny bit. Offload the weight of your belly button. Just engage it a little bit. And now you're going to draw your shoulder blades down your back. So we're moving your shoulders away from your ears. As you do that, the plates move towards you. You're going to start to extend your head just a little bit and then peel your upper body up into a nice upper body extension. My lowest rib is still on the ground, and then we're coming all the way back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, slide the plates towards you and lift up. I'm kind of pushing down into the plates a little bit to give me some assistance. And lift. Open up that heart. Lift your heart up. Open your collarbones. Roll them back. And your gaze should be just gently straight ahead. Make sure you're not overextending your neck. Just 2 more. Although I'm really digging these. I feel like I could do a bunch. Last one. Good. And now we're going to add to it. So now we're going to come up just halfway. And then you're going to circle your arms around. When they hit your hips, lift them up to the ceiling. Lower them back down. Circle the arms around and lower the chest. Lifting halfway. Circle. Lift the arms, lower the arms, circle around, and lay down. And again. Make sure you're not overextending your back with this. 2 more. Last one. Pause here. 10 times up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 more, 9, 10, let's do 15, 12, 13, 14, 15. The counting sounded funny, but I think it was right. Come all the way out, very good. And just breathe here for a minute. We're gonna bend one leg. See if you can reach your foot. If not, then you're just bending your leg actively and trying to press your pubic bone, your pelvis, into the ground. So go ahead and push your bones into the mat a little bit as you actively bend. If you can reach your foot, go ahead and bend your knee a little bit more. Still try to put a little pressure on your pelvis into the floor to get a good stretch in that hip flexor as well as the quad. And you don't have to necessarily hit your heel to your rear end here. That's just the direction we're going. Same thing on the other side. If you get the stretch and you want to put your head down, feel free. Relax into it a little bit. Very good. Tuck your toes under. Prop yourself up on your elbows a little. Tuck your toes under. And you're just gonna reach to stretch your knees a little straight and see if you can get a little stretch in the back of the calves, maybe the undersides of the feet. You're stretching your toes under without too much weight. So it's a nice stretch for those toes. We've talked about in previous workouts how important it is to maintain toe extension to clear the floor and steps and curbs when you're walking. We've all stubbed our toe and have almost fallen. It's something that becomes a bigger problem as we age, and one of the reasons why I do Pilates is to stay youthful and healthy and as young as I can be. Good, you're gonna take your feet down. Press yourself up into all fours. We're gonna take the plates with us. You only need one to start. So you're up on all fours and one hand is on the plate. You're balanced and you're in a neutral spine. So I'm not rounded and I'm not arched. I'm in the middle here. So just a little arch in the low back. And now we're gonna take that paper plate under your other arm, bending the supporting arm and coming into a rotation stretch this way, which is kind of the opposite of the book opening. Then press off that hand that's on the floor to return. And do it again. Press off to lift up. One more. And coming back up, switch to the other side. And it's called thread the needle. And bend and reach that shoulder to the floor. One more. Oh, I know what we forgot. Side plank, don't worry, we're coming back to it. Tuck your toes under, weight bearing on your arms, float your knees up and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, relax, 9, 10. And again, press and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, relax, 9, 10. That's just warming you up for the next one. But before we go there, we're going to exhale, round our back. That felt kind of good when I demonstrated that, and I thought, oh, maybe we should go there. Inhale as you arch and lift your tailbone and gently look forward. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you arch. One more. Inhale as you arch. Good. Coming back to the plates, one under each hand. You're going to extend one arm out as you lower your chest to the floor. You're kind of doing a single arm push-up here. Push up off that bent arm as you come back down. So I'm bending one, extending the other, and pressing up. And again, we're going to do 3 here. And then if you want a more challenging one, stick with me. I know, right now we're just cleaning the floors here. And bend, arm comes out to the side now, and then slides back underneath you. Press up off that hand. 2. Make sure your abs are engaged. And last one each side. And last one here. If this bothers your knees, you can pad up your knees a little bit more. Roll up your yoga mat and put that under your knees. Now, if you want more challenge, here it is. One arm goes forward, one arm goes to the side, and then they draw back in together. So I'm making kind of like an L with my arms. Slide it out and bring it in. And out. And in. One more each side. And last one here. Good. Now the plates are going to go under your feet. So these are mountain climbers, and they're super fun. We're getting a lot of weight bearing in our arms. This will get your heart rate up a little bit if yours is not already. So we are going to be here. I told you we prepared for this. So you're going to float your knees off the floor, and then you're just going to slide your feet back and forth, keeping your hips high. Your weight is forward over your arms. And then you can speed it up if you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Lower your knees. Take the plates away for a minute. We're coming back into our side plank. Legs straight out in front. Elbow is under your shoulder. So the bent knee on the bottom will make this exercise a little bit easier. From here, you could either just think about what would work to get you up off the ground, your hip up off the ground, or you could lift your hip. We're doing 5. Or you can do the most advanced version. 2 more. And last one. Good, come into sitting. So we fixed it. Okay. Grabbing your plate off to one side. You're going to put one hand on top of that, and you can sit crisscross or diamond or straight out in front or in a straddle, wherever you feel like you need to be today. So I feel kind of like good here. So your one hand is on top of the plate. You're sitting up nice and tall. We've moved our spine in flexion, extension. We've done a lot of rotation. We need to do some side bending. So lateral flexion up and over and coming back up. Exhale, reach up and over and coming back up. Good. Switch to the other side. Arms out. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, come back up. Good. Let's combine motions. Both plates on one side, one hand on either plate. You're going to round your back as you push them away. and then draw it back in. It's not a big motion. Once we start combining your spine mobility in different directions, once you're going into a side bend and rotation, you're going to lose a little bit of mobility in each direction. So don't expect a huge range here. Bend and up. I think we got one more. Spin it around to the other side. That one was kind of fun. Bend and rotate, and up, and rotate, and up. Oh, I just thought of another really good one. Let's come back on our backs. We're gonna try this one. I did not try this one, but I'm sitting here going, oh, wow, we didn't do any bridging. Let's try it. All right, if you wanna watch me first to make sure I don't fall, you can. I'm pretty sure this is gonna work. You're gonna inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you're gonna lift your hips up off the floor coming into your bridge. Then you're gonna slide one foot out and then bend it back in. Oh yeah, there's the hamstrings, perfect, and it's working perfectly. 3, keep your hips lifted. 4 and 5, other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, bend it up. Now I'm not sure if this one will work, both. Oh, that's hard, don't try that, it's hard. That might be a little bit of a hamstring buster. For a high-level athlete, it's probably perfect, but I write these programs more for our typical office worker, and that's a very demanding exercise on the hamstrings, FYI. While we're here, let's stretch it out. Cross one leg over the other, lift that opposite foot off the floor, and see if you can, actually, before you move into there, just from here, if you feel a stretch, you stay here. If you don't feel a stretch, then you're gonna try to lift that bottom foot off the floor and grab behind the thigh to increase the range and the stretch in this motion. You may feel it just right here, just crossing the legs, and that's fine. Some people put a little bit of pressure on the knee. I don't like to do too much, but you can push it out just a teeny bit to intensify. Switch to the other side. Cross that leg over. You feel a stretch, you stay here. You're like, I got nothing. Lift that bottom leg up and pull it in. I got to work on that bridging hamstring one. I got to get better at that one. That'll be fun. Something to work towards. I got a lot of things I work on. Don't we all? Good, let's come up into standing. All right, we are going to use these plates. So we're going to stand with one foot on the plate, and you're going to put all your standing weight on this leg that's not on the plate. And then you're going to bring that leg forward, and I'm doing that by bending this back knee a little and sticking my rear end out. So the knee is not bending and coming forward. The knee is bending, rear end goes back. Try to keep this knee over your foot. So it's a single leg squat, it's just here. And it's not big. And we're only doing 5. How's that? Now we're gonna come out to the side, same thing. Hips go back, leg comes out. Kind of like a little skating motion here. 3, 4, and 5. If this bothers your knee, don't do it. You know the rules. Same thing here. Extend the leg back, front knee bends, and then pull it back in. So my back foot is on the ball of my foot. 3, 4, and 5. Switch and do the same thing on the other leg. Standing up nice and tall and strong on the leg that's not on the plate. Bending the knee, let me turn sideways again. Bending the knee as you kick the foot out. 1, 2, 3, 4, stick your rear end out. 5, out to the side. Here we go. Skating, right? 2, 3, 4, and 5, straight back, go 1, 2, I think one way I'm going against the grass here, 3, 4, and 5. So you could see that if you had just this, if you're on hard wood, the sock on the one foot that's moving, maybe barefoot on the other, so you have a little grip and foundation with that. Okay, a little bit of calf work here. So feet are right underneath your hips, standing nice and tall, and lift both heels up and down. 2, gotta get that vascular pump. We didn't do much with our legs up in the air, laying on our backs today. So another way to get increased vascular return, get that blood up from the feet, back up to the heart, is to work the calves. That's your biggest vascular muscle pump down here. So if you can't take the time in the middle of your day, and you've been sitting for a long time, to put your feet up, maybe just when you go to the ladies' room or the men's room, go ahead and do some calf raises. Get a little muscle pump, or yeah, when you're going to get your coffee or whatever. Okay, we did it. Standing up nice and tall. Inhale, float your arms out to the side, all the way up. Exhale, float the arms all the way down. One more time. Great job. If you have any feedback on the whole slider thing, let me know. If this is something that you like, there are like dozens and dozens of variations that we can do with that if you found a good way to work this in. And if you didn't, revisit my other videos. Have a good night. Bye.